So now let's take up this question. It says how much time or how much does a watch gain per day if its hands coincide every 64 minutes? Right. This is a very beautiful question. You know, in a lot of places, the answer of this question is given wrong. Okay. And also in some places, in place of gain, it is given loss. First, let's understand this question properly. To understand this, I'll recall one concept from previous thing that we have already done. We have done that in 12 hours, the hands coincide. How many times? Do you remember? They coincide 11 times. I mean, coincide or together for 11 times, right? And that too, it should be equally spread. Okay. That means the interval between any two consecutive meetings, two consecutive instances of being coincident or together, two consecutive meetings of hands should be equal to, very clearly, 12 hours, 11 meetings. So for the interval for between two meetings would be 12 by 11 hours, right? This is a very important concept. Okay. Now 12 hours, if you multiply by 60, it will become minutes. So 12 into 60 is 720. 720 by 11 minutes, or it is also equal to 65 by 11 minutes. We already have done this calculation. I just wanted to show it properly. So every 65 by 11 minutes, the hands will coincide, right? But this is true for a correct clock. Okay. This is true only for a correct clock. Now, so that means if the hands of a clock coincide for every 65 by 11 minutes, that means that is a correct clock. If it is taking lesser time than this, that means it is a fast clock. If it is taking more time than this, that means it is a slow clock. Here in our question, now look at this. It says the hands coincide every 64 minutes. Now 64 minutes means the true time is 64 minutes, right? The true time, if the true time was 65 by 11 minutes, it would have been correct. Here it is taking less, so it is gaining. A lot of places it says losing, which is wrong. If it is taking, see very clearly, if it is taking less than this, what the estimated or the correct time, that means it is faster. Okay. Now, how do we solve this? Let's see. Prepare a simple chart of indicated time, right? And the actual time or actual duration. Indicated duration actually. Okay. Indicated duration and actual duration. Here the actual duration is 64 when the clock is showing that 65 by 11 minute passed, right? 65 by 11 minute has passed. The clock is indicating. Only then the hands can meet in the clock itself. Whereas the actual duration is only 64 minutes. So what is happening? The clock is gaining. How much is the clock gaining? So clock gains whatever is the difference. So difference 65 by 11 minus 64, that is actually 15 by 11 minutes. That is how much? 16 by 11 minutes. So clock is gaining 16 by 11 minutes in a true duration of 64 minutes. The clock is gaining 1 by 11 minutes in a duration of, actual duration of 64 minutes, right? So I'll put it like this. In 64 minutes, the clock gains 16 by 11 minutes, right? Now, what is the question asking? How much does the watch gain per day? Now, in a day, there are 24 hours. Now, what do you mean by 24 hours? It is 24 into 60. That is 1440 minutes. So, our question is how much will it gain in 1440 minutes? So, in 64 minutes, it is gaining 16 by 11 minutes. So, in 1440 minutes, the clock will gain 16 by 11 into 1440 divided by 64. A normal simple calculation. So 16 cancels 64 4 times. 4 cancels 1440, I think 360 times. So it is 360 by 11 minute gain, which is equal to, if you simplify, it is 32 8 by 11 minute, and that is gain in a day. Right? So 32 8 by 11 minutes gain per day, right? So please understand that here, if it was 66 minutes, it would have lost time because 66 is more than 65 by 11. See, it's very important to understand the language very, very carefully. Okay. Now let's take up the next question in this. Now this question is a slightly difficult one. Look at this carefully. It says a watch which gains 5 seconds in 3 minutes. was set right at 7 a.m. in the afternoon of the same day when the watch indicated 4:15 o'clock. The true time is all right. So I'll again write the faulty clock here, faulty clock, and the correct clock. Okay. First, let's understand the question. The question says they were set correct at 7 a.m. That means both of them will show 7 a.m. in the morning because they were set correct. Now, the question says when the faulty clock indicates 4:15, that means 4:15. 4:15 of the afternoon, that is PM. What will be the time shown here in the correct clock? That is the question. That is the meaning of true time. So I've just explained the question that when the faulty clock shows 7 a.m., the correct clock also shows 7 a.m. because they were set correct at that time. When the faulty clock shows 4:15, that is 4:15, what will be the 4:15 p.m.? What will be the time in correct clock? So what is the duration here? 7 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. The indicated duration is, I'll write it here, indicated duration is equal to 9 hours 15 minutes. Right? From 7 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. is 9 hours 15 minutes. So let's convert all of them into minutes. So 9 into 60 is 540. 540 plus 15 is 555 minutes. So we have to find correspondingly what is the time, the actual duration passed. So indicated duration is 555 minutes. Now let's talk about this gain. Right? The clock gains 5 seconds in 3 minutes. What does it mean? Right? Now what is 5 seconds? 5 seconds in minutes will be 5 by 60, that is 1 by 12 minutes. I'll write here 5 seconds will be 5 divided by 60 minutes, which is 1 by 12 minutes, right? So the clock is gaining 1 by 12 minutes in every 3 minutes, right? Now I'll write it again. Indicated duration, okay, indicated duration and actual duration. There are multiple ways of doing this question. I'm just opting for the duration method. Okay. When the indicated duration is, when the actual duration is 3 minutes, the clock will show 5 seconds more. That is 1 by 12 minutes more. That is 3 1 by 12 minutes. The clock is gaining. So it will show more than the actual duration. So 3 1 by 12 is 12 3s are 36 and 1 37 by 12 minutes. Right. So when the indicated duration is 555 minutes, what will be the actual duration? Right? So when the indicated duration is 37 by 12, the actual duration is 3. So if the indicated duration is 555 minutes, what will be the actual duration? Simple unitary method calculation. So it will be 555 into 3 divided by 37 by 12. So this 12 goes to numerator and 37 cancels 55 15 times. So it comes, if 12 goes to numerator, it becomes 15 into 3 into 12, which is equal to 540 minutes. Right. So when the indicated duration is 555 minutes, the actual duration should be 540 minutes. Now what is the meaning of 540 minutes? Divide by 60. So if you divide by 60, it will be 54 by 6. That is 9 hours. So actual duration is 9 hours. So correct time 7 a.m. plus 9 hours. It will show 7 plus 9 16. That is 4 p.m. on the same afternoon. Right. So the answer of this question is 4 p.m. So what we did was we calculated the indicated duration, that is 555 minutes. Then we, against that, for that we calculated the actual duration, that is 540 minutes. 540 minutes in 9 hours, 9 hours after 7 a.m. that is 4 p.m. So this is one way of doing this question. Okay. Now what could be the other way of doing the same question? Let's see. Now we'll take other way which is slightly smaller for the same question. What do we say? Now we'll make a relation of gain amount and the indicated amount. Gain amount duration, okay, and the indicated duration. Let's see how do we do that. Indicated duration, okay. How do we do that? Let's see. When the actual, and let me also write the actual duration. When the actual duration is 3 minutes, the gain is 5 seconds, which is equal to 5 by 60 seconds, 5 by 60 minute, which is 1 by 12 minute. Right? Look at this carefully. When the actual duration is 3 minutes, the gain amount is 1 by 12 minute. So the indicated duration will be 3 1 by 12 minutes. Right? Which is equal to 37 by 12 minutes. So if I only form a relation between the gain and the indicated duration, right? So we say that for indicated duration of 37 by 12 minutes, the gain is 1 by 12 minutes, right? Then for the indicated duration of, what is the total duration from 7 a.m. to 4:15 p.m., right? That is 9 hours 15 minutes, right? 9 hours 15 minutes will be 9 into 60, that is 554, right? So 540 plus 15, 555 minutes. We have done this calculation again earlier also. So for 555 minutes of indicated time, right? The clock is indicating 4 quarter past 4. What will be the gain? The gain will be 555 into 1 by 12 divide by 37 by 12. So this is another beautiful method. 12 gets cancelled. 37 cancels 555 15 times. Oh, so gain is 15 minutes, right? What does it mean? The clock is showing 4:15, right? Showing 4:15, right? On a gain of 15 minutes. So I hope you are intelligent enough to understand that the actual time or the true time should be 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. right? So time shown is 4:15 on a gain of 15 minutes. So the actual time should be 4 p.m. right? So this was the other way of doing this question. We'll follow next questions, this method for the next question. Let's see how it goes. This one says a watch which gains uniformly is 5 minutes slow at 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and it is 5 minutes 48 seconds fast at 8 p.m. on following Sunday. Oh, so 8 a.m. on Sunday, right? And 8 p.m. next Sunday. All right, next Sunday. And this is the default, this is the faulty clock, okay? So what is the duration shown by the clock? Indicated duration. Can we calculate the indicated duration from here? I think it's very easy to see. Indicated duration in the clock is, I hope you can see that, from 8 a.m. on one Sunday to 8 p.m. on the next Sunday. So it is full 7 days and then 12 hours, right? Now 7 into 24 plus 12. Now 7 into 24 is 168 plus 20 is 180. 180 hours, right? So indicated duration is 180 hours. And during this, the clock has gained. How? Earlier it was 5 minutes slow. Here in this situation, it was 5 minutes slow. Okay. And in this situation, it was 5 minutes 48 seconds fast. That means it has gained. How much has it gained? It has gained 5 plus 5, 10 minutes and 48 seconds. Now what is this? It is 10 minutes plus 48 will be 48 by 60 minutes. 48 by 60 is 4 by 5. Right? So 10 5s are 50 plus 4, 54 by 5 minutes. Right? So the gain is 54 by 5 for the indicated duration of 180 hours. Right? Now the question is, when was it correct? The clock would be correct when it would gain 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. See, initially it was 5 minutes slow. So if it gains just 5 minutes, it will show the correct time. So let's find the indicated duration for the 5 minute gain. I'll put it like this. Gain of 54 by 5 minute for 180 hours indicated duration. All right. So gain of 5 minutes, right, will be for how many hours of indicated time? So it will be 5 into 180 divided by 54 by 5. So 18 10 times and 18 3 times. This 5 goes up. So it is 5 into 10 into 5, that is 250 by 3 hours. Right? So when the indicated time is 250 by 3 hours, the clock will show correct time. All right. So 250 by 3 hours would mean, let's say 250 by 3 hours would mean, I would write here. Where should I write? Let me write here. 250 by 3 would mean 83 1 by 3 hours. Right? Now 83 1 by 3 hours after 8 o'clock on Sunday. So after 8 o'clock on Sunday, add 83, 1 by 3 hours would mean 83 hours and 20 minutes. Right? So 8 a.m. on Sunday, add 83 hours. So 24, 24, 24, 72 hours would mean Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 8 a.m. on Wednesday plus 11 hours. So 8 a.m. on Wednesday, what we are doing is, let me create some space here. Please be careful. I have deleted some of the things here. Be careful. Now 83 hours, 20 minutes is actually equal to 24 3s are 72 hours. So 3 days complete. Plus 72, if you subtract from 83, you'll get 11 hours and 20 minutes. We have to add this 3 days, 11 hours, 20 minutes to 8 a.m. Sunday. So 8 a.m. Sunday, 3 days will be 8 a.m. Wednesday plus 11 hours, 20 minutes. So this will come out to be 8 and 11, that is 19. So it is 7:20 p.m. on Wednesday. Right? So when this is the time shown, it is also the correct time. Right? So this is the correct time. So answer of this question is 7:20 p.m. on Wednesday. Alright? So it is 7:20 p.m. Wednesday is the correct time shown. That was the correct answer. Okay. Now let's take up the next question. Now this question says a watch which gains uniformly is 2 minutes slow at noon on Monday. Noon Monday means 12 o'clock. So 12:00 on Monday. The clock is 2 minutes slow. And then it is 4 minutes 48 seconds fast at 2 p.m. on the following Monday. So 2 p.m. on the next Monday. Right? On the next Monday. And at that time it was 4 minutes 48 seconds fast. Perfect. Now first of all, to simplify this 48 seconds, it will be 4 plus 48 by 60 minutes. 48 by 60 is 4 by 5. If you add 5 4s are 20, so it is 24 by 5 minutes fast. Right? So first of all, what do we do? Indicated duration. Right? So indicated duration will be, as we can see, indicated duration will be this Monday to next Monday. So 7 days. So 7 into 24 hours plus 12 noon to 2 p.m. So 2 hours. Right? So from 12 o'clock on Monday to 12 o'clock next Monday will be 7 days into 24 hours. Plus from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, that is 2 hours. So 7 into 24 is 168 plus 2, that is 170 hours. This is the indicated duration. And during this period, what is the total gain? Total gain from 2 minutes slow to 24 by 5 minutes fast. So total gain will be equal to 2 minutes plus 24 by 5 minutes. So if 5 2s is 10 plus 24, that is 34 by 5 minutes. Alright, very simple. Right? Now, so what we can say is gain of 34 by 5 minutes in 170 hours of indicated time. Right? Now, how much do we need to gain to show the correct time? Because the question is asking when was it correct. We need to just gain 2 minutes with respect to 12 o'clock on Monday. So we see our base is this situation. So from here we just need to gain 2 minutes. So let's calculate. So gain of 2 minutes will happen in how much of indicated time. So simple unitary method calculation. 170 into 2 divide by 34 by 5. Please be careful of calculation. 34 cancels 170 5 times. 5 into 2 is 10 into 5, that is 50. And this unit is hours. So it is 50 hours after, Monday 12 noon. So Monday 12 noon plus 50 hours is the correct time. Now 50 hours would mean 24 hours a day would mean 48 hours of 2 days. So it is simply 2 hours and 2 days. So what we have to do is add 2 hours and 2 days to 12 noon Monday. Right? So 12 noon Monday, 2 days will be Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday. So it will be 12 plus 2. So 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Right? So the answer of our question is 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Please understand, 12 noon Monday, add 2 hours and 2 days, because 50 hours is actually 2 hours and 2 days. Right? So if you add 12 noon Monday, 2 days will be 12 noon Wednesday plus 2 hours more. So it is 2 p.m. on Wednesday, and that is the answer. So these are very good questions, very tricky. Please repeat the video if you have to, but make sure that you understand the concept properly. Right? We are making the relation of indicated duration with respect to the total gain, and we are doing our calculations. Okay. Now the next one. Now this one, 13th question, it says a clock is set right at 8 a.m. The clock gains 10 minutes in 24 hours. Here it is actual time, right? So gain of 10 minutes in actual time, actual duration of 24 hours, right? Now what is the question? What will be the true time when the clock indicates 1 p.m. on the following day? It was set right at 8 a.m. 1 p.m. on the following day. No. So we have to in any case relate it to the indicated time only. So if the actual duration is 24 hours, gain of 10 minutes. So the indicated duration will be, you can calculate simply from here. Indicated duration will be simply the actual duration plus the gain. See, if it is loss, then minus. If it is gain, then add. So 24 hours plus 10 minutes. So the indicated duration we can calculate from here. Let's see, 10 minutes would mean 1 by 10, 10 by 60 hours, right? So 10 by 60 hours. So it is 1 by 6. So it is 24 plus 1 by 6 hours. That is equal to 24 into 6 is 144 plus 1 is 145. So 145 by 6 hours, right? So our relation is gain of 10 minutes for 145 by 6, or let's write it in reverse order, right? So I'll say that for indicated duration of 145 by 6 hours, gain is 10 minutes, right? So for the indicated duration of, now here 8 a.m. on one day to 1 p.m. on the following day, right? So 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. next day will be 24 hours plus 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the same day will be, let's see, it is 8, 4, 12 and 1. So it is 5 hours. So it is 29 hours. I hope you can see that. 8 a.m. on one day to 1 p.m. on the next day. 8 a.m. on one day, 8 a.m. next day will be simply 24 hours. And on any same day from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. it will be 5 hours, right? So it is 24 plus 5, that is 29 hours in this case. So in this case, the indicated duration is 29 hours. How much will be the gain, right? So just use unitary method calculation. So it is 29 into 10 divided by 145 by 6, right? So 29 cancels 145 5 times, 6 goes up. So 6 into 10 is, and 5 cancels 10 is 2 times. So 2 into 6 is 12 minutes. Right? So that means the total gain in this duration is 12 minutes. And after gaining the indicated time, what is the indicated time? Indicated time is 1 p.m. right? On a gain of 12 minutes, right? I hope this makes sense. On a gain of 12 minutes. Please understand that this is the simplest way of explanation. So if it is gaining 12 minutes and it is showing 1 p.m., that means the true time or the correct time at that moment when it is showing 1 p.m. should be equal to 12 minutes before 1 p.m. So it is 12:48 p.m. right? This is the true time when the clock is showing 1 p.m. All right. Now let's take up the next question. It's the same question. It says the clock is set right at 5 a.m. The clock loses 16 minutes in every 24 hours, right? So let's do it like this. Loss of 16 minutes for actual 24 hours. But we don't need 24 hours. We have to find the indicated time. And indicated 24 hours. Here it is loss. So minus 16 minutes. Alright, so simplify a little bit. It is 24 minus 16 by 60 hours. Okay, so just do a little bit of simplification. If I take 4 4s and 4 15s, 15 24 is 360 minus 4 is 356. 356 by 15 hours. Right. So for indicated duration of 356 by 15 hours, the loss is, right, the loss is 16 minutes. Okay. Now here it says indicates 10 p.m. on 4th day. So 4th day is not completed yet. So 3 full days, right? So 3 full days, right? Plus on the same day 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. will be 12 hours. And then 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. will be 5 hours, right? So it is 3 days, 12 hours, 5 hours. 3 days is 72 hours. So we can say it is 3 days is 72 hours plus 12 plus 5 is 17 hours. So 72 plus 17 is 89 hours, right? Okay. So for indicated duration of 89 hours, see, this is the indicated duration from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. on 4th day. It is the indicated duration. Understand that 4th day is running. So 3 days complete, and during the 4th day 17 hours. So for 89 hours, what will be the loss? So simple unitary method. It will be 16 into 89 divided by 356 by 15. Right. Now 89 cancels 356 exactly 4 times. 4 cancels 16 4 times. 15 into 4. 15 goes up. So 15 into 4 is 60 minutes. Fantastic. Right. So the total loss is of 60 minutes when the clock is showing 10 p.m. Right. So what does it mean? Indicates, the clock indicates 10 p.m. after a loss of 60 minutes. That means it should show what will be the true time. I think this you can do on your own. It is showing 10 p.m. after a loss of 60 minutes. So it should show 11 p.m. 60 minutes means 1 hour. So it should show 11 p.m. on the 4th day, right? This is the true time at that particular time, that particular moment. All right. So I think we have covered all easy, difficult types of questions related to clock. There is just one concept which is not exactly related to concept of clock, hands and minute hand and hour hand, but let's see how it goes. Okay.